beautiful people, welcome you back to my channel. My name is KAFTAN. So if you're new to this channel, please do not forget to subscribe, and most importantly, remember to turn your notification bells on so that anytime I upload a new video, you'll be the first to get notified. For my returning subscribers, I want to say a very big thank you. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much for always stopping by. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this beautiful hair cap or hair bonnet, as you call it. Okay, of course, it's super comfortable and very nice. Okay, and when it comes to bonnets, it depends on the sizes that you want. It might be on the smaller, on the medium, or even large. Okay, but today, for the sake of today's video, we're going to be making it in between, which is around say 11.5, 12 thereabout. Okay, let's get started. So I'm making use of this beautiful satin print, and by the way, I already have some that I've already worked on here. Very beautiful colors. This is how it's going to look, with an elastic of about 2 inch. The inside neatly weaved after pleating it. Okay, and this is it. Very beautiful. Okay, so that's aside. This is what we're making use of, and just get a square fabric, like I said, depending on the numbers that you're working with. Okay, and here I have 25 in square, that's 25 by 25. So I thought if I just fold it like this and like so. So now I have it 12.5 by 12.5. Okay, so all I need to do now is I'm placing it together with my lining. So I'm just folding it this way. Next thing I'm going to do now is just take my the 12.5 all the way so that I can get my circle. So I place it at this tip here, this place, and start mapping my 12.5 like this. Okay, so the next thing I'll do now is to connect these points together, after which I'll cut it off like so. So now that I've done this, I'll just open it up and place my lining on it. So now I'm having this wrong side are both facing each other. This is how it will be placed. Wrong side facing each other. This is the wrong side, this is the wrong side. They'll both be facing each other like so. So the next thing I'll do now is just to put this fabric in place by holding it down with a pin. Okay, so I'm done securing it down so it's unable to move, as you can see. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to go to the machine and run a stitch all through, like half an inch round, after which I'll trim off the excesses and give it a very good press. Okay, so when I'm done with that, I'll show you the next step. So I'm done stitching it all around. Okay, and giving it a very good press, as you can see. The next thing I'm going to do now is to create my pleats, and the essence of creating this pleats now is to form my cap. Okay, but of course, forming your cap, you should know the head circumference you're working with, which in this case is 23 inch. So I'm going to create a pleat which will form a cap. By the time I measure it all round, it's going to give me 23 inch. But then again, there's something I want to say here. Because I'm using an elastic, which is of course stretchy, I usually like to add an extra 1 inch to whatever it is I'm going to, the hair circumference I'm going to create. So instead of having 23 at the end of the day, I like to have like 24 or 25. Reason being that because it is elastic, by the time I am now putting it on the elastic like this, the final work, um, it will be able to accommodate any excesses. It's better that way because if you cut exactly or you fold, create your cap to exactly the head circumference, in some cases or even most cases, you will end up fixing your band and start having a little bit of pleat by the side because the elastic has over exceeded what is there. I hope you understand. So for clarity purpose, it is safe to always increase the hair circumference by 1 inch at least. Yes, so that it will accommodate the band. Okay. So forming my pleats, it depends on you what you want. You might make a very big pleat. Depends on all. At the end of the day, you're just going to create your cap, or you can run a stitch round and pull it off to form a gathers, whichever way. But for me, I am doing a tiny pleat. I do a tiny pleat like this, as you can see. I keep doing this all the way, but be careful to always um, check so that you don't exceed the circumference you are trying to create or even go below it. But of course, if at the end of the day is much or less, you will always have to loosen up and adjust. Okay, so this split is what I'm going to do all through to achieve something like what we have here. After I'm done forming the cap by creating my pleat, then I will weave the edges for a neat finishing before I'll come back to fix the band. Okay, so I'm done creating the cap as you can see, and I've also weaved the edges, okay, for a very neat finishing. So the cap is almost ready. The next thing now is to fixing the elastic. So what I'm going to do, I cut out an elastic of the head circumference, which is 23. I'm going to sew ½ inch away from it. So at the end of the day, I'm having 22. Okay, so a quick recap. Remember, I said when we're forming this cap, I added extra 1 inch. Okay, so if that will help you when you're creating your cap, add extra 1 inch. Or when you're forming your band, remove 1 inch. Okay, so that take note of that. So now all I need to do is just to fold my elastic into two and get 11 inches. That's unfold, which is actually 1 inch from the main circumference. So at this point, I will sew it like this. I've already done that. I'm just showing you how I got there. After sewing the elastic, then you flip it open this way and bend it towards the side. But before that, be sure, because of the edges that goes off, be sure to weave it, okay? But for me, I just used my lighter to just trim the edges like so. It's neat. Then I folded it, just slip it down and sew on it. Okay, when you're done with that, this is what you have. Okay, so I've already done that, so we are ready to work with this. So now fixing this, I'm going to fold this into two, fold this into two like this, fold it into four again. I'm just trying to map out 4 points to work with. So don't forget, fold into two, fold this way again, still holding the edges. I'm marking these two places, then still holding here. I'll come to the center here and mark it. Still on this one, I'll fold it the other way around and mark the other center. Okay, so if you open it up, you will see that we've marked out 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. The same thing you're going to do for the band, but you have to do it on the wrong side. so that it doesn't you won't start seeing chalk lines on the elastic, which can be a little bit difficult to clean off because of the texture of the elastic. So at the back side, I'll do the same. It doesn't matter where you do your fold, just fold it into two like this, same way. Fold it into second side, holding here, mark the edges, okay? And on this side, still holding to this side, get the center of here, still holding on this side, turn it to the other side, and get the center. So now you can see we have 4 points marked out already. So I can now turn it to the other side. So now I have it placed like this. I'll just take the point where I marked, has to be sitting on it like this. Okay, so I'll just locate every point I mark, attach it to the same point on the cap. Just hold it down. This is the first point. Look for the second point here and here. Now you have to put this in such a way that it's the elastic is ½ inch away from the edge of this cap. I hope you understand. ½ inch away from the edge of this cap. So the third point now, and this one, hold it down, and of course the final point here. Okay, so that's it. So doing this is just to help you um, do your job halfway so that you don't get all mixed up while sewing it on. So now that I have it filled at 4 points, you can just start from anywhere and start sewing. But be sure you have to be very, very careful. Be sure to always, adjust your fabric when you're doing that. So I'm just gonna take this all the way through, and our cap will be ready. I'll come back to show you the finished look of this beautiful cap. So guys, the cap is ready. Very beautiful. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. Please guys, don't forget to share my video, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel. See you on the next video guys. Bye.